Welcome to the Benzeno Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. The last we heard, the players sent yet another ridiculous proposal to the league. 25% revenue share. Ooh. Increasing up to 27.5 over the course of the deal. Wow. Lowering their salary cap from 10 million to 9 million. Wow, how could you be so reasonable? The owners looked at that and they said, if you want us to engage in these two areas, you're going to need to come down a little more. And until then, every proposal we send back to you, for the most part, is going to remain exactly the same. And that is what is being reported today. The WNBA owners return fire, send a proposal back to the players, give them a little bit more housing. But as far as rev share goes, nope, it's going to stay at that 15%. As far as salary cap goes, nope, it's going to stay that $5.6 million salary cap. Let's get right into it, shall we? Please like the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that. Any possible reports, the WNBA sent a counterproposal to the unions last on Friday night. A source confirmed. This is in response to the Players Association submitted proposal on Tuesday seeking a salary cap below $9.5 million and a 25% share of total league revenue in year one. Safe to say, the owners didn't even think this was worthy of negotiating. The owners saw those two and they said, yeah, we're going to keep it how we're going to keep it, and maybe we'll give you a couple other things. The WNBA is still proposing a salary cap of $5.65 billion in its latest, according to a source from the negotiations. Additionally, based on league projections, player would still not receive more than 15% of total revenue during the agreement. Nafisa Collier, this is what 10 toes down actually looks like. This is called, you guys are far in over your head. You guys are guppies swimming with sharks. You guys are playing Connect 4 while the owners are playing chess. I would say checker, but you guys are playing Connect 4. Getting cut left and right. Article goes on. WNBA proposes same salary cap in new CBA offer. The WNBA sent a counterproposal to the players' union on Friday night, a source confirmed to Front Office Sports. The speed of the response from the league is notable, but there is no movement on the league's proposed salary cap or revenue sharing. The WNBA is still proposing a salary cap of $5.65 million, and based on the league's revenue projections, players would still not receive more than 15% of total revenue during the agreement. Yeah, they're not moving. You want to know why they're not moving? Because a $5.65 million salary cap, more than fair. Because 15% of total revenue, more than fair. Quadrupling your salaries, more than fair. Upping the minimum, more than fair. Still saying we're going to pay for your housing, more than fair. An extra developmental slot on some teams, more than fair. Pregnant players can now say, nope, I don't want to get traded. I'm pregnant, can't trade me. More than fair. Paying for retirement, more than fair. Not enough for the players. That's why the thumbnail, Paige Beckert, is wearing a "We Are Greedy" shirt. The league did not immediately respond to a request for comment. I got to be honest here. They didn't request for immediately for comment. It's almost as if these journalists feel like they must respond, like it's some indictment on the league that they're not responding for comment. We sent our offer. Fuck, we got to talk to you for. Seriously, we sent our offer. You can just read report what you're reporting on. Why am I talking to you again? On February 17th, owners, league, if you want to have one of your spokesperson reach out to me, because we're pro owner over here. You know, we're pro owner over here. If you want to have somebody reach out to me, I'll start helping you guys in any way I can. February 17th, the WNBA submitted a proposal seeking a salary cap below $9.5 million and a 25% share of the league's total revenue in year one of the deal. That revenue share would average out to $27.5 over the life of their proposed CBA. The WNBA issued a statement late Tuesday calling the union's proposal unrealistic and alleging it would result in hundreds of millions of dollars in losses for the league. So you know what this actually sounds like? You know what it seems like we're going through here? The last time the players sent the league an unrealistic proposal, the league said no. Then the player sent the same proposal, but just changed around a couple words, and the league didn't respond to it because they still found it as a joke, a slap in the face, an unrealistic proposal. So instead of just not responding for 6 weeks like the league did last time, they said, you know what, we'll respond. We'll play along in your little game and we'll respond, but we're not going to move off these two squares. We're not going to acquiesce on these two fronts. Okay, you want a little bit more housing? All right, we'll give a little more housing benefits, fine. But the two things that will completely bankrupt this league and put us out of business, we're not moving on. The WNBA did make concessions in areas outside of the salary structure, according to this source. The league is proposing housing for all players in 2026. In 2027, the league's previous housing proposal, which included one-bedroom apartments for players on the league's proposed minimum salary and rookies and studios for developmental players, would take effect. The one-bedroom offering would be phased out after the 2028 season, but the studio apartments would be provided throughout the life of the deal. The WNBA's ownership structure is muddled, with 42% of the league controlled by the 30 NBA owners, 42% controlled by WNBA owners, and the remaining 16% belong to an outside group of investors as a result of a $75 million capital raise in 2022. According to multiple sources, the league is exploring buying back that stake. However, without a call provision, it would come with a steep price tag. The WNBA has repeatedly declined to answer questions about how revenue is distributed between the ownership buckets, including its pending $2.2 billion media rights deal, which takes effect in 2026 and extends through the 2036 season. The league's thought on that, well, it's none of your business how the revenue is being distributed between the ownership buckets. That's none of your business. That's none of your business. That right there, 42% controlled by the NBA owners, 42% controlled by WNBA owners, 16% belonging to an outside group of investors. That right there is why the league is in the situation that it is. Not the 42% from WNBA owners, not the 16% of an outside group of investors, but it's the fact that 42% of NBA owners, the NBA theoretically owned 42% of the WNBA. That's why. You guys need to break off and try your best to start your own thing. Stop being little sister or the ugly redheaded stepchild of the NBA and just go do your own thing. Leave us alone. The new offer from the league also includes slight improvements to the league's proposed 401k plan. The recognition payment for players with 8 or more years of service increased from $3,000 per year of service to $4,500 per year. How many years? That's my question. How many years are these players going to be getting paid? The league has not engaged with player proposals on the season start date or number of games, in addition to proposal items in the core designation, length of rookie scale contracts, reserved players, salary protection limits, mental health reimbursements, or exceptions to the prioritization rule. Well, I'm sure they'll get around to it, but as far as mental health reimbursements, with this league, you're going to be reimbursing the whole entire league, damn near, with mental health reimbursements. Oh, I got that. Oh, not making light of the situation, but have you seen these players in this league? Have you seen the players? Natasha Cloud's mental health bill, it would be through the roof. It's going to be through the roof. Can't imagine everybody else. Negotiations for a new CBA began last fall, but largely lagged until the new year. The WNBA and Players Association met in February 2nd, following a 6-week period. The 30th WNBA season is currently scheduled to tip off on May 8th on Tuesday. The league emphasized both sides are running out of time to reach an agreement without a delay to the season, considering they still need to conduct an expansion draft, free agency, and a collegiate draft. Time is continuing to tick. I can't wait for the players to come out and say, this is a slap in the face. If only you guys saw the numbers. Oh, we're going to strike if we have to. We don't want to, but we will if we need to. I can't believe they're lowballing us like this. I can't believe that they refuse to move on revenue. I can't believe they refuse to move when it comes to salary cap. Believe it, sister. Believe it. They're not moving. Maybe once you get realistic in your asks on those two measures, maybe then they'll move. But as of right now, no need to move. You guys can strike if you want. Go ahead, strike. The owners, they don't got much to lose. You want to know why they don't have much to lose? Because operating this league, they're already losing. like the video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.